Okay, so let's continue reviewing the other methods that we have to review. So we just finished reviewing one of the most useful methods that we have here, which is the let's see, the draw bounding box. You saw that it was very useful not only for dragging objects but also for enabling physics on each of the body parts of our character. Here what I recommend is, if you don't need very complex physics, here what I would recommend that you do is that you only draw a single bounding box around the body of the entire character, and that would make things a lot easier. But if you wanted a little bit more complex bodies, like the character that I drew, where each of the body parts was a separate physics body, you can do it. So let's continue with the next methods. And the next one is playPhysics. playPhysics, in theory you could use it, but this is more like an internal function that is triggered every time that you stop an animation. And let me show you how. So I don't see myself making use of playPhysics because that is automatically played whenever I stop the animation. And the reason is that because we're working on a spine animation, the priority is to always move according to the settings that we set up in Spine. So Spine sets the precedence of where and when to move the different pieces. And as soon as you stop the animation, this function is automatically triggered. So let me show you where it is. It is right here on the stop animation method. If you look carefully here towards to the bottom, if self is enabled, if self.physics is enabled, then trigger the playPhysics function. So, but the method is there in case you wanted to use it, but I don't see a practical application of that method in the way it is set up right now. The next method is a very interesting one, which is the createJoint. And this is going to answer the question that we reviewed in one of the earlier videos, that we have the head and the center, and whenever I move the head, the center didn't follow the head. So this method is made to make joints and create joints between the bones, and that is going to make the effect that when I drag one bone, the other bone will follow the other because they are linked through a joint that was created between them. So let's work on an example. So let me comment some of this code over here because I only want to work with the center and the head, and let me get rid of the physics for the head like that. So let me play the project just to make sure that everything is fine. Okay, so we only have two bounding boxes drawn on the screen. One is the head and the other is the center of the screen. And because we have drag enabled, we can drag the head, but the center doesn't follow it. So we're going to fix that by creating a joint between the head and the center. So let's do that. So we come here to the method and just copy everything up to here. And we have orange guy. Okay, so first I need the parent bone. The parent bone is center. The name of the child bone is head. You can set an optional parameter of rotation limit on A on B, but I won't use that here. As you can see from the method specifications, only the parent bone and the child bone are required. The rest of the settings are not needed, but they are here in case you wanted to add some limitation on the rotation of the bones. So let's just work with that and run the project. Okay, so now if I drag the head, I have an error here. So let me see if I can fix it. Okay, I need a physics body attached to the display body. Okay, so I need to enable physics on both. So let's do that. Let's run the project again. Okay, so if I click on the head, as you can see, the center is following the head. But as you can see, it's very wonky. I don't like this very much, but it's there in case you need it. And as soon as I release it, it will continue playing the animation as it was before, because this parameter over here, it's enabled. So now let me drag the center. So there it is. With this function or with this method, you can create a ragdoll effect. But I think, in my honest opinion, I think it's easier to do it outside of Spine and the SpineHelper class. I think it's a lot easier, but I just included that here because I thought it was useful to have it. So there you have it. I hope you find it useful. So let's continue reviewing the rest of the methods.